Oh, look at them all. Oh,
Aren't they cute?
hi,
There's
baby.
a lot of cuteness in this room right now. Hi, Bebes.
Colors, they're gorgeous.
Yeah,
Are-
lots of cute kitties. Hi, Papa.
I love it. Of course, they're going to rub their face on it. This is going to be our blooper.
Get down, Marie. Okay.
Oh, typical cat pet. Oh, she's gorgeous.
This is Nugget.
Nugget. Oh my God. How many cats do you have right now for adoption?
Oh gosh, up for adoption, I would have to check. We have about 86 cats in our care. I think we probably have almost 20 up for adoption. Cat capacity, and I thought that was a cute term. We're like, yeah, we are too. Cat capacity. Tiffany
Here with the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce and a morning full of adorable cats. You betcha. I am with the Peterborough Humane Society today. Tiffany here from the Peterborough Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with Emily Cragen. Emily, where are you? Little curious cats everywhere. Where are you meeting with us today?
Well, if it wasn't obvious, I am in the kitty room, our cat, or one of our cat condos here at the shelter. And I'm surrounded by some sparked up kittens and cats who are ready for adoption.
I love it. Perfect theme for Chamber AM leading into the holidays. Of course, one of the cats just turned Emily's camera off. This is great. Excellent. I love it. It's authentic. It's good stuff. And you know what? Who hasn't been on a video call when their cat walks up and does something
Hitchcock.
like that?
This is Hitchcock. If anyone's looking to adopt a very energetic and rascally kitten, he's your guy.
Oh my gosh, Hitchcock. That's adorable. So Emily, we're seeing our cats here. We've got lots of questions for you. We're live at the breakfast table. We've got our coffees. Let's have a chat. Peterborough Humane Society is going to be our Chamber AM speaker Tuesday, December the 14th, 8 a.m. where Shawn Morey is going to join us. Really excited to join us, get registered. Today, live at the breakfast table, bit of insight, bit of interest. We wanted to get to know Emily a little bit, get a snapshot of the inside of the Humane Society. So I've got some questions for you, Emily. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, Tiffany.
Perfect. You were born ready.
Born ready, baby.
Okay, first question I need to know. How long have you been with the Humane Society?
Just over a year now. I started in September 2020, so kind of the fall of our first COVID, I guess. First fall of COVID on history. Yeah, it's been just over a year.
I'm going to guess since you were a little kid, you've been an animal lover. You were the one trying to save all the little birds that you'd find.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely one of those people, you know, that quote, the more people I meet, the more you like your dog. I know that sounds awful, but you know, animals are just there for you. They are the unconditional love, their entertainment. They're kind of the strong support that you need at the end of the day if you're knackered from everything going on in the world. So yeah, definitely have always been an animal lover.
Oh, so you're in the right spot. You've got the right career. So how many pets have you personally adopted or fostered? What's that look like for you?
So I'm just at one, actually. I'm keeping it pretty, you know, neutral still. But it's funny actually, before I started here, I had recently lost a dog a few months before I started. And I knew it wouldn't take me long to find a new furry four-legged friend that would, you know, come home with me. And I was expecting it to be in the form of a dog, but it's kind of a rite of passage here when an orphaned or a stray kitten comes in without a mama and they're still in that really bottle baby stage, that our staff or our volunteers will take them home for the weekend or, you know, for weeks until they're strong enough to be on their own and feed on their own. So I remember it clear as day. It was like a Friday afternoon in November of last year, and our animal control officer, Sam, got a call from a Good Samaritan. She had been keeping an eye on a little tiny kitten in her backyard or her shop for a couple of days, and Mama hadn't come back and she was getting worried. So Sam went and picked him up he was hiding in Bailey's box, so we called him Bailey. And it was a Friday afternoon, so we were kind of scrambling to figure out who could take him home for the weekend. And I put my hand up. I'd never had any experience with neo, like really tiny kittens and that kind of thing. But I was like, you know what? It'll be a great experience, good content. Some adult will step in, or someone more experienced will step in after the weekend. It'll just be a fun little, short thing. But then, the rest is history. We call it foster failed. So I initially started out fostering him, but of course fell in love when it came time for him to get his neuter and be ready for adoption and come back to PHS. I just broke down. I just couldn't imagine him going home with anyone else. Yeah. And at the time he was a little kitten. Our finance manager, Crystal, was also doing a bottle baby with a little kitten named Maggie. And it was at a time during the fall last year when we were still coming into the office and it wasn't totally COVID lockdown. So we would bring them in every morning in their little crates, and then they would go into Crystal's office and it was like kitten daycare. We would take them back home at the end of the day. It was just the sweetest little chapter in kind of like a dark, everything was pretty shut down in November last year and not very much to celebrate. Hey guys, be nice. Sorry, cat.
I can hear them.
That's cute. But yeah, so I have one cat that I have foster failed, and I feel like it's going to go up again soon, but it's very much a rite of passage here at PHS. We have staff members who have way more than I do, obviously, but it's very easy to fall in love here.
I bet. I did a trial too with my girl. You see her up on the she didn't make it 2 days before I was like, I can't possibly, she has to stay.
Right? You're like, no one will love her the way I do.
Her mother now. So Peterborough Humane Society, of course, there's lots of news. There's new building kind of going up, which we'll get to later. But how long has the Humane Society been in Peterborough?
So the actual Humane Society itself was established in 1941. And then this building was built in 1956. And it was initially designed as a pound, like many humane societies across Ontario, who are kind of evolving within a building that was designed to be a temporary holding for animals and, moving through the decades, and it's kind of your main care source.
Right.
So yeah, definitely ready for the big move, and a lot to do why we're ready for the new center is kind of what we're dealing with, that capacity here. And it's not just about the actual physical space, it's what the new center is going to be able to bring to the community through bringing spay-neuter clinics, through the Ontario Dog Rehabilitation Center with our peers at the SPCA. So there's going to be a lot to offer the community in our new center that we just aren't able to handle within this current space.
Awesome.
Even though we do a lot of cool stuff in this current space.
Do the best you can in the space that you have, for sure, but there's just the work that you do is so deep and it can go so wide. So to have that larger facility open up for the community, for the animals, is going to be remarkable for all of us. Do you have an update on the building? Like what are we thinking? When are we going to be able to stroll in or volunteer?
So we're making amazing progress. We've been under construction. We kind of broke ground early May of this year, and we are making fantastic progress. The trusses and such were going on this week, which was really exciting to see. And we are anticipating being in kind of end of 2022. So kind of fall to end of the year 2022.
I just checked my watch because I was like, end of 2022. What? That's exciting. That's
it is. I mean, it's funny because I think a lot of people, before I started with the Humane Society, I knew about the new center. It was on my radar, really excited about it. I feel like certain community members, or if you're kind of tuned into having a pet or animal wellness, you kind of know this center has been being designed and planned for many years. It's been a labor of love, for sure. So to be here at such a critical time and see it actually being built, and this is happening, it's really exciting. The staff here, the team is really excited, of course, and we're just really grateful to the community for their support and for keeping us going as we are kind of heading into this last chapter of the big push and the big move.
Right. And I bet the staff there, what an opportunity too, to be able to be with the organization while it transitions to this super center of
Super center. That's what we
right?
should call
Of
it.
animal
Tiffany.
care. That's right. Super center. So,
Super
all
animal
right,
care.
so adoptions, we're going to keep watching. We want to see this facility. I've seen like drawings and stuff like that. Of course, we follow on social media, which we'll get to as well. But I have to know, Emily, there's a lot of really good adoption stories out there that tug at the heartstrings. Oh, my heart, that I'm just about to cry. That little cat right there. Holy Hannah. I'm going to pause
This
what
could
I'm
be
saying.
your adoption story, Tiffany.
Right? Oh my gosh, I've got two. I've got two cat adoptions. Yeah, I'm set with my 20-year my wonderful little babies. But who is that? I have to stop my question and ask you who this little fella
Okay,
is.
I knew you were going to ask me that, and this is either Glenn or Luann. I get them confused because they look very similar.
And they're the two that were posted like a couple weeks ago, right? Or was
No,
it-
that's not Mel and Cal are over there. Sorry,
Ah,
there are our bonded pair back there.
oh my goodness. So so adoption stories. Sorry, I got a little
Yeah.
distracted. I really love
That's okay.
it's easy for me to get off course. But what's your favorite? Do you have one kind of specific?
Oh gosh, I have a million. The senior ones really get me. We just had an amazing dog named Trigger, and now his name's Cooper, but he was 7-year-old hound, kind of dog that he had been here with us for a few months to just kind of get himself healthy and settled. And then he wasn't getting a ton of applications. Senior pets can be harder to place. But then we had this amazing man who also had an older hound and had experience with hounds. And he took Trigger home, and now he's Cooper. But it's just, and he sent us this beautiful update of him. You know, it's been, it hasn't been the Hallmark Disney kind of adoption. Like he's had, some accidents in the house, and there's been some challenges, but then he's, it's, the love is worth it, right? And the love you get back. And he sends pictures of him cuddle up on the bed. And he's like, I don't think he's been on a bed before, and he's loving it. And you can see Cooper smiling. So the elder or the more senior pet ones get me. And then probably a huge one to come out of this past year was the story of a little guy named Jackson. He was 4 years old, and he was diagnosed with cancer towards the end of last year. And, understandably, he was having a tough time with all the appointments and the change to his little routine. So his parents, since he was an animal lover and a pet lover, his parents thought if they got him a pet, they would help, bring some comfort and some joy to his little days. And sure enough, they adopted a beautiful cat who was in need of a second chance, Haley, from the Humane Society. And they just became the best of friends. His mom is amazing and has been sending us these, amazing little photos and videos of them bonding. And he calls her his emotional support kitty. And she said that he would, on days when he had appointments and was really knackered, he would go to her and snuggle her and talk to her about how he was feeling. So, I mean, and Jackson is now in remission. So that's even more wonderful part of the story. So that one really gets your heart when you just see the power of what these animals can bring. Like, yes. I think we're in an era where there's so much more than just a pet, right? They're a member of the family, and they just bring so much love and this different kind of love to a family's life.
And it's a responsibility, right? It's a responsibility I take very seriously. I make sure that care-wise, nutrition is there, exercise, grooming, kind of all of those things. But those stories really are. And I have to say, the first pet that we adopted was a senior dog, and he was about 12. And it was sort of similar situation. And yeah, honestly, it was fantastic to adopt a senior dog for a starter dog. If you haven't, and I grew up with dogs, so I was comfortable, but it was the first dog that we had as a couple in our home. So I thought, why don't we go for a senior dog who, is already adult. There's a little bit kind of less situations than a puppy, right? And so I'm a huge sucker for a senior dog adoption. Highly, highly recommend adopt a senior dog. And it feels so good. It feels so good to know that you can give them the best life they've had in the few years that you get them. And there's a lot of joy and special connection kind of bonding in that. Sorry, I went on a tangent.
No, that's such a good point. It's something we try because everyone thinks they want a kitten and a puppy. And it's like you said, older dogs, and even not even senior, more like middle-aged dogs and cats. Middle-aged, that's probably not the right term, but since they've got some great habits, they're like you said, excellent starter pets
Yeah.
for
They are. It's a good starter.
Gateway pets.
Yeah, gateway. Then kind of move into the other. And that's funny because he had passed, and then our next adoption, she was a couple years old. And then yeah, but I often think about going back and doing a senior again when this one kind of goes, because you're right. Like, and it's pets are good commitment, and it's kind of an interesting option when you look at the seniors that are available too. If
Absolutely.
yeah, it's awesome. So I it just warms my heart. I get so emotional about it. If you could,
I know that's the thing. You get emotional. That it was so. It's like for me, it's when you run into someone at a party, or you're making small talk, and you don't really know what to talk about. You start talking about your pets, and it's just like this common ground. Like you're like, oh yeah, this is a good human.
Yeah, right. I always trust pet lovers.
Yeah.
While we have everyone here, we were just talking like passionately for ourselves. If you could share a message to everyone listening, Emily, what would it be?
Ooh, I think for us here at the Humane Society, just be to remember that there's so much going on behind the scenes here, and we're so much more than just pet adoptions. We bring a lot to the community beyond just connecting animals with new families. We have animal control that enforces bylaws. We have some special programs for offering temporary housing to community members who are, temporarily homeless and for whatever issue. And we can take care of their pets so they don't have to worry about their pets. We have our Milo Fund. We have the new center that's going to bring so much to the community. So I think that's kind of something I would hope to try and get across to our friends in the community, is that we're a lot more than pet adoptions, and we're just really grateful for the support through all the years.
A lot deeper.
If that makes sense.
It does. It definitely does. And you happen to mention the Milo project. What's that?
The Milo Fund is a fund we have that is specifically, so if someone makes a donation to the Humane Society, it's again completely funded by donations, as with everything we do. And the Milo Fund is meant for if an animal comes into our care in need of a life-changing surgery. So beyond just a standard, we call it life-changing surgery, to then get ready for adoption, we pull upon the Milo Fund. So if someone wants to contribute to the Milo Fund, that's what that's going to help out with. So a recent one, we've had a couple this past year, cats who were either hit by a car or came in as a stray and needed to have their leg amputated. So that's what the Milo Fund helps out with. And our Snoopy program is the program that allows us to offer temporary housing to pets whose owners have come across some unfortunate times and just need some assistance with getting their pet, a safe shelter while they deal with the challenges that life has kind of presented them.
Great programs. And we want to donate to the Humane Society? Can we kind of donate in general, but we can also donate to these like specific programs as well?
Yeah, absolutely. If you jump onto our website, peterboroughhumanesociety.ca, there's a general donate online link or a form. And when you start to fill out the form, there's a drop-down menu and you can pick Milo Fund, Snoopy, Greatest Shelter Needs, New Center. We break it out into items if there's kind of a space that lights someone up more.
And it's kind of nice to be donating and sort of know like where that money is going too. It's kind of neat to know. What a little tortie over there. What's that cat's name?
This is Nugget.
Nugget.
She's up for adoption. I really like her, but she was causing that little kerfuffle earlier, and now she's being all sweet.
No, she's all snuggly, little dog.
Snuggly.
Right? So Chamber AM, a Humane Society joining us Tuesday, December the 14th, 8 a.m. It's a lot of fun. It's a great event. Join us. Shawn will take the floor and he's going to talk to us for a good 20, 30 minutes. What do you think Shawn is going to share with us at Chamber AM?
I never know what Shawn's going to get up to. Just kidding. Shawn's going to be sharing, obviously, since he started with our team in 2018, we've had some amazing positive momentum in the community. And running a nonprofit, a successful nonprofit is, it comes with its joys and its challenges. So he's going to share just, how important it is to support nonprofits and to kind of function as a successful nonprofit in the Peterborough community. And I'm sure he'll want to talk about the new center as well, because it's all we want to talk about, because we're very excited.
We want the state too, so we're down for that. We are excited, of course, the work that you do, the entire team, all of your volunteers, for everybody involved at the Humane Society. You're just remarkable. We appreciate you. The entire community appreciates you. Our pets appreciate you. And if I'm gonna just, if we want to donate, if we want to reach out, if we want to volunteer, if we can help in any capacity, should we just visit the website?
Yeah, jump on the website, follow the links, or you can always reach out to me directly. I'm the one that's running our Facebook and our Instagram, so you can send a message. Emily will be reading it, or you can email us. Yeah, jump on our website, give us a call. We love to talk and just chat about what we're up to.
Excellent.
And thank you to you, Lady Tiffany. You're doing an amazing job, and we appreciate the chamber so much. You guys just go above and beyond in our community, so it's awesome to have such a solid partner in the area.
It is truly our pleasure. We love this region, the businesses, the organizations. We all work together, and we're all successful when we're united and supporting each other and cheering each other on. If you could use a fuzzy companion, or I don't know, maybe you have some hairless ones too over there, who knows, look into the Humane Society, look into adoption. It can be very, very, very rewarding. Please consider senior pets as well. They have a special spot in my heart. Oh my gosh, this is the best interview ever. The Peterborough Humane Society joining us, Chamber AM, Tuesday, December the 14th, 8 a.m. via Zoom. Get registered. We'll include the links at the post. Thank you so much for joining us today, Emily. We appreciate you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Tiff.
Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your cats, Emily. Have a great day, everyone.